And here we go. Time for episode 2 of Raw, and we are live from Baltimore, Maryland. As here's a bit of preview for later on tonight, as you see a show poster. And apparently, backstage before Raw started, the Hardy Boys asked for, I guess, say, somewhat of a bigger challenge. And Eric Bischoff gave them one. They gave them one in the form of Edge and Christian. After Hardy Boys did beat Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, but they said they could easily take on better, well, at least more difficult competition in the whole Brood. So Gangrel has now been added up to that handicap matchup. Also, the two winners of the two Fatal Fours from last week, CM Punk and Sami Zayn, they'll face off against each other for the WWE title later on tonight in the main event. And now, as we get off head over heels with that little tiny explanation, we get into this match as we see this man Goldberg, who was not showcased at all last week, but unlike Damien Sandow, Sandow was showcased, and he was showcased in that opener in episode 1, that triple threat and title match between Apollo Crews, Damien Sandow, and Tyson Kidd, in which Sandow did not win the match. It was Apollo Crews. Now, Sandow and me don't want her suplex on Goldberg. I believe we're all shocked there. Rip to Goldberg. Goldberg's just using that momentum now. He's going to use that momentum because you can tell Goldberg's angry. He is surprised off of that move now. And Sandow, he's going to miss the shoulder block and crossface with Goldberg. And now Goldberg's not playing games. Sandow for the good 9 or 10 second super kick. And spear. Sandow for that good 9 seconds of him riding the momentum. He is now dead after that move. As see right there, Goldberg just absolutely destroying him with any move Goldberg could think of. Even though he doesn't have to think of much because he could just easily destroy Sandow even with one punch, to be fair. Nails the knee drop. Sandow's dead. Sandow's dead. Sandow, why did you try to fight back? Sandow did land the first move though, but still. Why did he try? Because now he's just dead. And power slam. Into a reverse drop. Now Goldberg, oh god, don't kill him! And spear. The spear. Goldberg, what you do? Don't kill him, we still need him for like our jobber in mid-card division. Goldberg, don't kill him too badly, and jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Damien Sandow didn't stand a chance at all. He never did for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, well, Goldberg, short and sweet statement. And he made one out of Damien Sandow. As we head over onto our handicap match that we were talking about. The Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy, versus all 3 members of the Brood, Edge, Christian, and Gangrel. Now, it was originally scheduled by Eric Bischoff, our Raw GM. Our great Raw GM. That would just be Edge and Christian. But now, with the Hardy Boys, sure, I'll give it to them. They asked for a greater challenge. Eric Bischoff was giving it easy to them. Because if it was the regular, not in a good move Bischoff, he'll easily make it like a 10-on-2 handicap matchup. So the Hardy Boys were lucky, but then they tested their luck by making Bischoff probably a little bit more angry, and so Bischoff made it a 3-on-2 handicap match. Since the Hardy Boys asked it for a bigger and better challenge, and so Hardy Boys, they're probably going to be a laughing stock of a tag team on Raw. Sure, I did give them credit for the whole Reigns and Lashley matchup last week on Raw because that was an impressive victory. But now it's against Edge, Christian, and Gangrel. Who's gonna want to go up against the Brood? So, yeah, Matt and Jeff, probably not too much of a smart move on their decision backstage. I also got the 3-on-2 handicap matchup going to play here. I see Edge and Gangrel momentarily with the tag team maneuver, or at least double team, I guess you could say, on Jeff Hardy, while Matt Hardy and Christian were tussling it out. While Christian and Matt Hardy had somewhat of a back and forth confrontation, I guess you could say, kind of. And now, I was about to say Edge had a bad plan trying to do a seated powerbomb scene, like on Jeff Hardy through the table, and like I said, a bad plan somewhat, as Hardy is going to counter a little bit of a body drop, and Edge falls right into it. That angle couldn't have been more, I guess I could say, nerve-wracking, as Edge landed right on his head. He's definitely going to feel that in the morning tomorrow. Probably could get a concussion for that one. Because he landed on the table and landed on the mat and with on top of his head. It wasn't concrete, it was the mat though. So I guess he's slightly more safe. This handicap advantage is of course going in favor of the Brood. As there. Now wait, Matt Hard twist the fate out of nowhere. Has Edge. Gonna go into pin and that's the great tag team work of the Brood. That's Christian gonna immediately break up and Edge with the spear on Matt Hardy. Got a little bit of Christian there as well, but it doesn't matter. He did nail Matt Hardy. That spear gets him, nails the Hurricanrana on Matt Hardy. Moonsaw on Matt Hardy. And now Edge trying to single-handedly take out the whole Hardy boys here. Bulldog on Matt. After Irish ripping Jeff out of the way. And now, Skull Crusher. I forget. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's not the execution or dramatic, so whatever. So now Edge gonna do a second one, this time on Matt Hardy once again, and he's gonna pick up the victory. As he did right on the steel steps as well. It's taking Jeff Hardy a little bit longer just to break it up, and that was the numbers game we were talking about. Of course, not surprisingly, the Brood won. Bad decision, horrible decision, but Hardy Boys to be testing Bischoff's luck, because Bischoff kept it fair for them, and then they said they want a bigger challenge. Does not work out for them. Does not work out for them at all. As we go into this triple threat matchup now. This is just a matchup to see who could ride the coattails of momentum. Probably to see who could most likely climb up the power rankings faster, and to see who will get a title shot. Most of the time for these matches, probably faster, as we got Big Cass, Magnus, and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I'll have to put my money on Magnus easily. Easily way better than both these two men in Big Cass and AJ Styles. Sure, Styles is a fantastic wrestler, but this is Raw. This isn't SmackDown or ECW. He is not gonna be loved by me like what he'll probably be on SmackDown and ECW, because I will find him as a great wrestling talent and only a great wrestling talent. He does not have the heel attitude that Raw is gonna thrive on. If anything, Magnus has that, and so he's gonna easily win my seal of approval. Unlike SmackDown and ECW, which is just two good two shoes. Where ECW just kiss up to the faces, and SmackDown bases it upon wrestling talent. Ugh. They don't base it upon a heel faces. They base it upon wrestling talent. That's just sick. On both parts of ECW and SmackDown. For Raw, we care about the heels. We care about the bad attitude and only bad attitude. And that's something that Madness has. I see the big man and Big Cass. Hurricane and Styles. That's something that SmackDown will enjoy, but not something I will here in Raw. This man is going to take down Styles. Man's German suplex on Big Cass. Throws him right down into the mat. Styles off the Irish rip on Magnus into a snapmare. Now Cass gonna try. I guess he's gonna try to do like some sort of a slam on Styles. Styles missed the moonsault shortly after now. And now he has Cass. Well, he's trying to have Cass, but I see Magnus not gonna make sure. Not gonna make that happen here. And now Magnus the elbow drop on Cass. Barely connected, sort of. And about to tornado DDT. Oh, come on, Big Cass. Appreciate they still have Magnus in this matchup. He's just gonna throw him away like a fly. The power of Cass just got demonstrated right there. And a missed dropkick by Styles to a spinning heel kick. Brings Cass back to the ring. Nails the moonsault. I'll admit that is somewhat of a good sequence. SmackDown would enjoy that sequence. But sadly, nope, because they don't have AJ Styles. But yet still, Styles, Cass, they don't have that heel, bad attitude that Raw thrives on. It's more like something ECW and SmackDown will appreciate, but not Raw. As Cass gets thrown over the top rope by Styles. And on Magnus, he is reeling. As is schoolboy roll up by Styles. Off the ropes, nails Mr. Dropkick on Magnus. After the one count from the roll up. Now Magnus. He has Big Cass. No, Big Cass has Magnus. Who's going to fall off the ring apron first? Either of these men could, to be fair. Big Cass nails the leg drop on the ring apron. Surprisingly, no one has fallen yet. Not Big Cass. Oh, and that man spoke too soon. Styles nails Mr. Dropkick. And then the 450 splash on Big Cass. And now Cass, he's certain out of this equation for probably a good couple of seconds. That's going to give Styles some time. There's 450 on Magnus. Man's going to immediately get back up. That's what I'm talking about. But no, he is busted wide open. Big Cass trying to take the cheap way out. It's cheap if Styles and Cass use it. It's not cheap if Magnus does, because Magnus originated those cheap tactics. Styles and Hurricane on Magnus. Magnus, kick out, kick out, kick out. Oh, never mind. Big Cass gonna break it up. Give Big Cass credit for that. He's made sure Magnus stays in this match. I'll give him credit for that. Styles missed the spin heel kick ass. Magnus ducks underneath it. Smart. Very smart by Magnus. But oh, come on. Styles gonna nail a spin heel kick. Roll up on Big Cass. Goes off the roll up into an arm drag. Magnus with those striking combinations and just drills him down that flying clothesline. And the Fishman suplex on Big Cass. Has him up. Irish Whip. Styles is gonna try Irish Whip Magnus. That's not gonna work out. Magnus with a back suplex on the phenomenal one. Cass gonna break it up with a leg drop though. Now Cass inverted time drop, kind of backwards. Inverted time drop on Styles. And now they're showing what Styles is thinking here. Sees Cass and Magnus. Now Magnus gonna counter powerbomb with plunger. Now Styles with the distance, and he gets the distance with a 450 splash. 1, 2. Cass kicks out. Immediately onto Magnus now, and only a 1 count as Big Cass quickly breaking it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great show that so far. And now Styles with a 450 splash again. Gonna pin Magnus this time first, but now Big Cass gonna break it up at 1 again. Styles gonna counter with the monkey flip on Big Cass. Now Magnus with a surfboard. It will not work out so well on the part of our man or Styles, because the Big Cass can knock down both of them. And now Styles spin heel kick on both of them go to the ring apron. And now Styles, he has he has Big Cass into the Styles like, oh come on, it's a rope break. Come on, Styles. Now as you see, if Magnus was to do his finisher, or was to do any other move on our Styles or Big Cass, he will not screw up like that. He'll make sure that it's not a rope break or use the ropes to his advantage, which of course will be smart on the part of Magnus. But no, Styles, not that much of a complex wrestling thinker at this point to just easily pull off a heel tactic like that, or to just easily have good ring awareness like that either. Cass is gonna stumble down, but Damien is just gonna overpower Styles. As this will be our last match before part 2. As part 2, we're having 2 matches, and I'm getting word that it's going to be a promo by both Sami Zayn and CM Punk to just kick off part 2. As Theodore Styles with a leaping DT on Magnus after doing 1 cast, and no. Why? No, why? Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles has won the matchup against Magnus. I'll give him credit. That was a great match. Hard fought victory with Styles. That will be the end of part 1. Tune in.